tonight?
Well, you got two league champions going tooth and nail at each other. Coopersville coming in with a 19-1 regular season record, and Park coming in at 17-3. Park had a tough week in the district, played 3 solid basketball games, and Coopersville coming off a huge win over Muskegon Heights. And anytime you can beat the Heights in the district level and move on to regionals, you've done something.
Well, Holland Christian won quite easily last night, sitting in the wings, waiting for the winner, so it doesn't get any easier after this one.
Well, just like the district, we had 3 solid teams, the South Christian, Wyoming Park, and Rogers at that level. Here we had the Heights, Holland Christian, and Coopersville, or Wyoming Park. So you've got 3 solid teams again, and one of them is going to come out of here, no doubt about that.
Which should bode well for the quarterfinals. The team that comes out of here ought to come out of here pretty strong.
The quarterfinal winner, or the regional winner out of this region usually has done well in the quarterfinals. And once you get that quarterfinal game, now you're only 3 games away from the state championship, and they're all looking forward to that.
When I talked to Tom Vanderclay earlier, he said, Ray, he said, you could put the blue uniforms on in and the green ones on us. It wouldn't make much difference. Our style of play is very similar.
Well, they match up size-wise. They got talented players. They both go 9 to 10 deep. It's just a matter of who's going to put the ball in the bottom of the hole tonight and who's going to come out on top on defense.
Okay, we're going to be right back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off right after this message. We're WKTV, your high school sports channel for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. Back here at Grand Valley State University for the regional game between Coopersville and our Wyoming Park Vikings. And Coach, they said this place holds 4,200. They'll get us a count later, but it's going to be pretty close to loaded. I mean, you look across, it's only the stairways that are empty.
Well, they might get a shoehorn and fit a few more in here if they want to come in, because it's refilling up rapidly, and it's going to be a noisy, excited crowd tonight.
Well, of course, Wyoming Park very successful in their district, and Coopersville coming out of the Spring Lake district battled. And as we mentioned in the opening, Holland Christian waiting in the wings for the Friday night final. Want to mention to you right up front, our officials for tonight. I think we have a shot of them there. There'll be, take a look, see who's on what side. They're Dan Powell and Mike Robillard. Got the officials' truck. There they are, Mike Robillard on the left and Dan Powell on the right. So they'll be blowing the whistle tonight. And of course, we have our all-volunteer crew here again tonight. We have Pete Salamone. Thanks, Pete, for coming along, doing our stats. And Tim Middendorf, Ray Vandervelde, and Josh Brameyer on the cameras. Jeremy Mendorf's doing the floor mic. And Rick Canalese's familiar spot and graphics. Rick Bush on audio. Doug Hansen beginning his 15th year directing this. Doug, you and I started this thing quite a while ago. It's been fun. And of course, Greg Lockwood is our producer. The public address announcer is Mr. Al Owens, and we'll be going to him in just a moment. I know he's going to have some pregame announcements to make regarding the crowd, and we're going to have a tape of the national anthem. And
another thing the state's done, Ray, a couple years ago, they went to 3 officials per game starting at the quarterfinal level, and at this level, the region level, they brought in an alternate, so if something happens to one of the officials, they'll be well backed up.
Well, let's go to public address announcer Al Owens. we go too far here, we want to acknowledge the tournament director, Mr. Mark Sharphorn, who's done just a great job here, Lyle, of setting everything up and keeping everything under control as far as the pregame is concerned. Done a nice job.
Well, they've got plenty of help, and they're using all of them. They're going to need it all before the night's over. But like you said, they are well organized. It's a first-class operation.
So we will have introduction, alternate players. The first player for Coopersville is number 12, Eric Lillibridge. He's a senior at 5'11". And Ryan Rickert is a senior at 6 foot for Wyoming Park. Andy Brown is a 6 foot senior, 5'9" senior, excuse me, for Coopersville. Gabriel Kimball, we've seen a lot of him this year, as we have all the Vikings, 6 foot, 155 pound sophomore. Matt Mackey, number 54 for the Broncos, is a 6'6" senior. And at center for the Park, 6'6", Tim Hugawin, number 31. TJ Merriman is the leading scorer for the Coopersville Broncos, averaging 20 points a game or plus. He's number 14. Jonathan Goey, 6'4", senior, number 5 for the Park. Number 34 is Mark May, 6'3", senior for Coopersville. And the last man for the Park is number 33, Brad Brunette, one of the workhorses of this team.
We're going to have some interesting matchups again tonight. Throughout the whole tournament, we've had solid post play, and tonight's going to be no exception with Mackey from Coopersville and Hugawin from Park going at each other. These are two fine low post players, and they're backed up by a ton of talent on the perimeter.
Well, if you can pan around with the camera at all, you can see we're packed full on the side. Even the end zones have only a few seats, so we're near capacity here at Grand Valley High School for this regional. And it's just great to see that kind of enthusiasm for a high school basketball game, Coach. We've had some great thrills this year. This is our 26th contest that we're bringing you since we started in September with our first football game. And we have covered, Coopersville will be the 25th team that we've had on TV this year. No other television station in West Michigan covers more high school sports than WKTV. Merriman takes the tip, drives, puts it up, it's good. Coopersville off quickly to a 2-0 lead. Rickert down the right sideline. Brings it into the forecourt, hands it off to Goey. Goey for 3 from the corner, hits. So we're starting off at a very fast pace, Coach.
Well, that's one thing Park is going to need. They're going to need that outside shooting from Goey. He's been absent in that department through most of the district. Done a great job of handling the ball and assisting, but he has not contributed much in the scoring department. Getting off to a great start tonight is going to mean a lot to the Park.
Well, Merriman trying to find a crease and going into paint was called for walking, as he was a good job of double teaming on the part of Park on that one. Goey again for 3. Good, count it. Jonathan hitting the 3s right off the bat here for Park.
Well, he's got the confidence and the skill to shoot him, and I'm glad to see him going at it.
Driving the lane was Andy Brown. Gabriel Kimball getting his hand on it. Second turnover for Coopersville, but it went off the leg of Brown. Now Kimball will take it up. Dishes it off to Brunette. Brunette looking for help. Kicks it back out to Goey. Goey takes another 3. No. Doesn't draw iron. And, of course, he hears the air ball, but Coach Tom Vanderklee standing up and applauding him, saying, don't quit.
Well, he stumbled just before he took that shot, a little bit off balance, but he's got a good touch, and that won't be the last one you'll see from him tonight.
The pace has been pretty fast. We haven't been able to give you the Coopersville players. Rickert with the rebound. Out quickly. Brunette ahead of him, but it's not there. He'll take it down the lane, though. Put it up. No good. Up high for the rebound is Matt Mackey. Out quickly to Brown. Brown drives it. Good. 6-4. Park in the lead.
Well, these two teams are very similar in what they want to get done. They both like to push the ball up the floor, and they got talented athletes to finish the play at the other end.
Goey now walks it across the timeline, sets up their half-court offense, drives down, feeds it off to Hugawin. Hugawin with it up to the basket. Good.
That's one thing Park does extremely well, penetrating that lane and getting the drop off to Hugawin.
Merriman with a drive on the baseline, but can't put it in. It's Brunette with a rebound. 8-4 Park, 6 minutes remaining first period. And as soon as Goey gets his hands on the ball, the Coopersville fans start hollering air ball, but Jonathan's not going to be bothered by that, you can rest assured. Kimball working in the corner, gets it to Hugawin, almost tied up there. Officials letting a little hand checking go. There's Brunette for three, no, off the rim. Brunette tries to save it, can't. Goes out of bounds. Coopersville will control.
The shooting touch is going to be a little bit different for these kids tonight. They got a big open space behind each of these baskets. Most of them are used to shooting at those walls in the smaller gyms, but with the open spaces here, some of them may take time to find their shooting touch.
You're going to have to pick up that rim and get your eye on it quickly. Blocked by Kimball. 12 is Lillibridge, 14 is Merriman, 20 is Brown, 34 is Mark May. Driving the lane, can't control it. Another turnover for Coopersville. Third one for the period.
Well, Brown's got excellent speed, and he stepped around the defense that time and found a lane down the baseline and lost the ball on the way to the basket, but he has great speed in that first couple of steps.
Kimball brings it into the forecourt, sets up the half-court offense for Park. Coopersville in their man-to-man. Brunette driving. Hugawin trying to keep it alive. Can't. The rebound goes to Matt Mackey. Andy Brown, number 20, gives off to Mark May. Into the big man, Mark Mackey. Again a turnover. Going to have a foul.
Well, there are excellent matchups, Coach, all over this floor. The one that we're going to have to keep an eye on and it's going to be fun to watch is Kimball and Brown.
I didn't get who the foul was on, and they haven't put it on the board yet.
It's on Andy Brown, number 20.
They may not going to be up. Maybe they're not going to put him up. Kimball for three. Good, count it. 3 threes for the Park early on. They lead 9-4. 11-4 rather. Merriman is just inside the line for two. Brunette high for the rebound along with Hugawin. Brunette controls it.
Well, Park does an excellent job in team rebounding. They all go to the hole, and that ball goes up on that defensive board. When you look at their defensive rebounding stats, you'll see them all contributing. That's Brunette. He had 68 on the regular season, so he's not afraid to go to the board.
We're halfway through the first period. It's 3:55. Brunette driving. He's called for the travel. Turnover for the Park, their first of this quarter, and I believe Coopersville's had 4. So Coopersville will inbound and bring it up. They have their half-court offense set up. Park in their man-to-man. Brown finds Mark May. Merriman for three. No. Good offensive board. Number 54, Matt Mackey. He's fouled on the rebound. See who that's going to go against.
I think it's going on Hugawin.
Well, that's Tim's first. What a battle in there on the board. Good inbounds play. Gets Merriman wide open. So they executed that very well. There's a turnover by Park.
They got a good cross screen on that along that baseline and sprung the Merriman free for an easy layup.
We have Adam Smith, Gene Dittenberg, Rob Smith in the lineup now for Park. And Nate Strothide, so the only starter still in there is Gabriel Kimball. For the Park, their normal 9-10 man rotation. starting right out here, first period. Dittenberg got a block again. Meerman moving, feeds inside, can't hold it. Looked like it came right off Mackey's chest or hands, but was deflected, I believe, by Park. Kimball will bring it up. So with 3:20 to go, it's a 5-point lead for the Park. They lead 11-6. For three, in and out. There's Adam Smith back quickly the other way. John Bennick in now for feeding Meerman. Stripped away by Kimball.
Well, on the defensive end, you've got Kimball on Merriman, and when he goes the other way, you got Brown on Kimball when the Park's on offense. So, interesting matchups.
Andy Brown for Coopersville. Evan Hare getting ready to come in for the Coopersville Broncos. Good offensive rebound by Mark May. Puts it up. And that foul is going to go, I believe, against Rob Smith, but we'll wait and see for sure.
Well, Coopersville's doing a good job on the offensive boards. The last 2 or 3 possessions, they've been able to get 2 or 3 good looks at the basket, and Park hasn't done a very good job of boxing them out in there. But Mackey's been going strong that board. He's a rugged rebounder.
Ryan Rickert back into the lineup, replacing Gabriel Kimball. As Rickert had a minute or 2 rest, he came right back in, and now they're giving Kimball a little rest here before the quarter. At the line is Mark May. Shoots 57% from the free throw line. Good. Lead is 3, 11-8. Rickert. Call for travel.
Well, Coopersville is using full court pressure, man-to-man. As soon as the ball is inbounded, the man on the ball is going to the ball, double teaming, and Park's had a little bit of trouble getting that ball up the floor.
Dittenberg with a steal and a turnover for Coopersville. 5th, I believe, for the quarter. Strothide back with it again, working with Dittenberg. Loses it, scramble for it. Controlled by Coopersville. Brown brings it up. His team trailing by 3. He can't control it. 6th turnover for Coopersville. I believe Park has 3 for the quarter. 4, okay. We're approaching the 2-minute mark now. Rickert driving, goes in the lane, puts it up, no good. Nice rebound by Rob Smith there again in the right place at the right time on the offensive board. Puts it up, he draws the foul, and he'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Well, Rob's done a steady job all season off the bench. He comes in there right along with Adam Smith. The 2 of them have contributed heavily as the 6th and 7th men off the bench. And right there he showed the rebounding skills that he's got. He's done that quite often for the Park in a reserve role.
Well, Hugawin, Brunette, and Kimball back in the lineup now. Rob Smith makes the first one. Jonathan Goey waiting at the scorer's bench will come in for Rob as soon as the next dead ball. Misses the second. It's a 4-point lead with under 2 minutes remaining first period. Meerman driving. Foul. He'll be shooting 2. Ryan Rickert. And so Jonathan Goey back in the lineup. Rob Smith has done his job again. This is a real team effort on the part of the Vikings. They run about 10 people in and out of there. All very important to the success of this team this season.
Talking to Coach Rich Renzema, he too feels his bench has been a very big contributing factor. He runs 9 or 10 kids in there, so we'll see both these coaches doing a lot of shuffling as time goes on.
Well, to have a team go, 20-3, you need a lot of help. You aren't going to do it with 5 ball players, that's for sure. Long pass down. Well, they were pressured by time a little bit in the backcourt, and Hugawin looked way down for the baseball pass, threw it, and there was a collision down there, and I believe that was on Brad Brunette.
The Broncos done a good job with this full court press. Every time the Park has the ball underneath their own basket, they've got that full court pressure, and they've been giving the Park fits with it so far.
Lillibridge is number 12, looking to Justin Longstreth. He's out front. He gives it back to Lillibridge, who gives it off to Andy Brown.
You got to appreciate the way that Merriman's working out there and the way the team is setting screens for him. He's in perpetual motion looking to get that ball.
And he's double-teamed every time he gets his hand on it, too. Driving that time was Brown. He couldn't quite control it, but fortunately he could bat it over to Eric Lillibridge. Put back by Lillibridge.
The Broncos are still working those offensive boards. They got 2 or 3 looks that time.
And T.J. Merriman came up with a rebound. He was pushed out of bounds. So Hugawin with 2. And Dittenberg will come back in and give Tim a rest. And he'll sit out the rest of the quarter, which is pretty good thinking right there with 54 seconds remaining. To not let him get that third one in this quarter. Dittenberg right away grabs a big rebound. In good position on the defensive board on the weak side, as you say. They've done very well all year, Lyle.
Well, he boxed out number 50, and that's Evan Hare in there for the Broncos. And that young man's only a freshman, and he's doing a heck of a job for him.
Kimball working out front, putting a move on, driving in. Good! Cabrillo puts his team up by 5, 14-9. And quickly back the other way. He's at the other end, a deflective pass underneath the basket.
Well, that's going coast to coast. Offense one end, defense the other, and he needed it because Merriman was waiting on the ball for an easy layup.
He is quick. Merriman is 14.
Broncos got good motion in their offense, coach, and he do a good job of getting open for the open shots.
Lillibridge hits 3 to pull his team within 2. 14-12 with 8 seconds to go. The foul is on Andy Brown. They are not in the bonus, and so it'll be Parks' ball at the side with 6.7 seconds remaining in the first period.
That's on number 30, and that's John Bennett, coach.
Is it 30?
30, not 20.
Okay. Kimball driving, can't hold it, loses it. Ball's loose at the buzzer. So we played 1 quarter here at Grand Valley State University, and your score is the Wyoming Park Vikings 14, Coopersville 12. We'll be right back after this message for WKTV TV 50, Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines.
If you insist on sitting, at least take your butt around the block. At night, your butt can get you noticed.
Nice butt.
Whatever you do with your butt, get off it.
Well, good first quarter. Both teams, 14-12, kind of feeling each other out, but it didn't take long. They came right out, hit the threes, and scoring early.
Well, it's been defense in that first quarter. Both these teams going at it tooth and nail. Coopersville's done an excellent job of that full court press there. The only thing that's really bailed Park out in that situation is when he gets the ball in the hands of Kimball, he's able to penetrate against that double team and get the ball up the floor for the Park.
It'll be Park's ball on the alternate possession. Jonathan Goey will inbound to Rickard. Goey in the corner, skip pass all the way across to Kimball. Kimball takes the 3, rims it in and out. Loose ball picked up by Merriman.
Well, Park's been very effective with that skip pass against a lot of zones this year.
Bierman for three. So he came right down, set up for it, puts his team up. The first lead for Coopersville at 7:30 of the second quarter. They lead 15-14. Almost stolen. Good quick hands out front by Eric Lillibridge. And now Brad Brunette will set it up for the Park. With Dittenberg down low. Goey, steal out front by Merriman. Driving, puts it up good. He did a good job of keeping the ball away from Kimball that time when he drove.
He's as good as we've seen in the open court, taking care of the ball. There's no doubt about it. He's got great ball control, just a great athlete.
Maybe back the other way. Kimball feeds Brunette for two on a layup. Now in the half court, Andy Brown to Lillibridge. That's Meerman looking inside for Matt Mackey. Meerman driving in the paint, feeds off to Mackey. Wow, there's a case where he drew the crowd, dished it off. Nice assist.
Well, he averages 20 points a game, and I'm talking about Merriman, but he also leads the team in assists, so he knows how to give it up. That's his over 60 assists on the season, so young man does a good job of giving the ball up.
And it's 19-16, Coopersville with a three-point lead. Brunette driving, tries to feed off to Dittenberg, but good hands defensively by Coopersville. Now Huga went back in the lineup.
Well, Hoogie's got to be careful he don't pick up that third one before half. He's got to play hard, but he's got to use his head.
Kimbo, Rickard, Hugawin, Brunette, and Goey. Pretty familiar names to us by now this season. Up there, good. Rebound off the hands of Lillibridge. Goey will inbound for Park at their baseline.
Coopersville using a little zone in there.
Kimball driving. He's fouled. Going to go on Matt Mackey, or is it? Wait a minute, we'll wait and see.
Interesting to see a replay on that out-of-bounds pass. That ball looked like it was controlled in the front court and carried to the back court. But if the ball was thrown completely to the back court, it's perfectly legal. But it looked like Park gained control of that ball in the front court and then dribbled to the back court.
But the official was on the far side, looking right down the line at it.
I think the only question he had was whether that Kimball had control when he took it across. So you can see very, very close.
19-16 is the lead. Coopersville has it by 3. Kimball at the line, no good. Rebound, Andy Brown comes out with it. Driving. Not there with Rickard. He'll kick it back out. That's Merriman. As they clear the side. Goey picks his pocket. So Jonathan Goey with the steal. Both teams very tenacious, double teaming the basketball on defense. Goey out front. They trail by 3. 5 minutes remaining first half. Right now, very patiently working their offense. Goey puts it up, partially blocked. Gets it off to Hugawin. Saves it, but right in the hands of Merriman. Andy Brown, Lillibridge, Merriman. For 3. No. Hugawin for the rebound. Kimball in and out. Brunette right there for the rebound. Hugawin puts it in, draws a foul.
Did an excellent job of crashing that board. He went right now to the inside position and boxed out. Did a good job of bringing it down. You'll watch Kimball throw the ball up here from three-point. Watch Hoogie step right through in front of Mackey and take the rebound, put it right back in. Just an excellent individual play by Hugawin.
And a nice job by our camera crew. Good job, guys. So Timmy has a chance to tie it here, Coach, with 1 point trailing by 1 with 4:20 remaining first half. Off the rim, but Kimball up high for the rebound. Called for a travel. Brown driving all the way in. Good. He saw the lane and took it.
Well, there had to be a little mix-up on defense there because he had a clear lane. Nobody made a move to stop him.
Adam Smith with a travel. Well, it seems like we've had a few of those tonight with a... Gonna have a timeout here on the Park. Hope they didn't get it before the ball came into play. Park was looking for a timeout. With 3:51 remaining, Coopersville has the lead by 3, 21-18. We're talking remaining in the first half. Batted away by Adam Smith, controlled by Brunette. They'll give off to Kimball, who will bring it up. Goey for 3. Yes, count it, ties it. Well, that's the way he started the first quarter.
That should quiet the air balls down a little bit.
Yeah. Again, Brown driving the lane, has an opening. Takes it in, draws the foul. We'll see who that's going to be on. It's either going to be on Brunette or Adam Smith, but we'll wait and see. It's on Adam Smith, number 13. His first, Coach?
That's his first, that's correct. Again, you see that great quickness of Brown, Andy Brown, just driving crossover dribble to the basket, and he was by everybody before they had a chance to catch a hold of him.
Nate Strothide coming in now to give Brad Brunette a rest. I don't know how it is for the players, but it seems warm in this auditorium to me, and I think they may need a little extra breather from time to time tonight. Andy Brown makes the first, pulls his team up by 1, 22-21. Second one's good, they're up by 2. 3:15 remaining, first half. Adam Smith into the forecourt. Goey picks up the dribble and draws a crowd. Kimball that time. Again, the crowd thinking over and back, but it was tipped by the defensive man. Feed off to Smith, not there. He'll give to Goey. Goey with Meerman on him. Again, John Benning doing a great job. Quick hands on defense. So.
Well, all of them been hawking that ball. They've been doing a great job of playing the passing lanes and using great denial on defense. So they are a quick team.
Kimball driving the lane, puts it up, no good. Hugawin with a rebound, puts it in, good. Tie game again, 2:40 remaining, first half. Meerman from the side, no, long rebound. Kimball pushes it up, looking for Smith. Not there, batted away again by Benning. Benning doing a great job on defense.
Well, Kimball took that ball off, started coast to coast with that rebound, and it looked like they was going to have a good 2-on-1 break, but before you knew it, the Broncos had recovered and matched him up on that defensive end, 2-on-2.
We have Andy Brown back in the lineup now for Coopersville. Rickards back in for Park. Rickards, Strothide, Goey, Hugawin, and Kimball. Strothide, no. Rickard, big rebound, puts it up, draws the foul. What do you got for stats there for that first half, Coach?
Well, the shooting for the Broncos, only 3 for 13, 23%, but they still managed to stay within shouting distance. The Park was only shot 2 for 5 for 40% from two-point range. The big difference was Park put 3 big threes down, 3 for 7, 43%, gave that edge in the first quarter. But again, the stats show that Coopersville doing a great job on those boards, out rebounding the Park 11-5.
Well, Park up by one, 24-23. Rickert misses. Goey with the rebound. And again, Bennick knocks it out of bounds. Out of his hands and out of bounds. So Park will inbound, leading by one. Feed back to Burnett. Back to Goey. Goey looked for the three. Wasn't there. Drive the lane. Nice. Got his man out of position when he faked the three and then took it right to the board, Coach. Nice
Jonathan
job.
has taken his game to another level tonight. He was very content of being the ultimate team player all through that district, but tonight he's taken a little bit of leadership on the offensive end and has just done an excellent job.
See who that was on. He's on number 5. That's Goey. Okay. Jonathan with his first, I believe. He'll send, I think that's John Bennick. Yeah, it is. John Bennick to the line. He makes the first. 26-24, Park with the lead. They led by 2 at the quarter. Coopersville trailed by as many as 3 at one time in the second half here, or second quarter. Second one is good. 1 point lead, Park has it, 26-25, under 2 minutes now with 1:54 to go first half. Rickert looking for Kimball. He's got him in the corner. Kimball looking inside to Hugawin. Hugawin, turnaround no good, gives off to Rob Smith. They set it back out to Kimball. There's Kimball working on Adam Brown. Puts it up good. What a job. What a job of working.
He is one of the best open floor players I have ever seen. One-on-one is very, very difficult to stop him. He can go either with either hand, go either way, and with that quick first step, it's almost unfair to the defense.
That foul's
You'll
going
watch him to go down that baseline, reverse, turn around, put that jump shot right up and right at the bottom of the basket. He made 3 moves that time, going both left and right before he decided to go around that baseline, put it in.
That foul was on Rob Smith. His second. Merriman made the first of 2. In and out. High for the rebound, but Park will control. Lead by 2 with 1:20. Goey's getting ready to come back in the lineup for Park.
That last free throw was Mark May. That's 34, Coach.
Was Mark May?
Mark May, right. You know, it's very difficult to see the second number on those green shirts from this angle at the free throw line.
Isn't like football where they have a number on the shoulder too.
Right.
Okay. John Bennick setting it up. His team trails by 2 with under a minute now with 55 seconds remaining first half. He drives, kicks it back out. 2. Mark May, his foot was on the line. Almost a steal by Andy Brown. They're going to call a foul? I believe they are. So we're in a 1-and-1 now, both ways.
Well, he was within a whisker of a steal, doing a good job of anticipating that pass, but as it turned out, he drew a foul, and that'll be number 2 on him.
So Ryan Rickert at the line.
Now the board has 3 on Brown. I don't know if that's correct or not, but if it is, they'll probably get somebody in for him.
Dittenberg back in the lineup now. They're going to take Hugawin out. This is a good move again, Coach. 42 seconds to go in a half. Not let Hugawin get that 3rd foul.
Well, not much is going to change in the complex of this game in the next 41 seconds, so it's a good move.
Rickert again, all net. 2-point lead. 30, 28, 40 seconds. Eric Lillibridge. Batted away by Goey. He's got Rickert ahead of him. Puts it up. No. Foul. Goey. Oh, Jonathan's down on the floor. Oh, we can't have that.
Well, he did a good job of stealing the ball and splitting the 2 defenders and just used a little finger roll, but somebody camped underneath him. He came down on top of him, and He got called for a block, but he looked like he landed on that hip.
It looks like the right hip, walking it off. Oh, he's going to shoot two. His team leads by 2 with 32 seconds remaining. Off the back of the rim. Not too happy with himself on that one. Probably lost his concentration just a little bit, Coach.
Probably hurting a little bit.
That's better. That was better. You can see it. He said, hey, wait a minute.
Good stroke on all of his shots, and he was very upset with himself on that first one, no doubt about it.
So with 24 seconds to go, Bennett driving, gets his own rebound in the paint, saves it, gives it to Merriman. Merriman will take the jumper for 2. Good, all net. Pulls his team within 1 with 11 seconds to go, first half. Kimball will bring it up. 31-30 Park. Kimball for 3, no, off the rim. Bennett with a long throw all the way, won't go. We played 1 half here at Grand Valley State University, and the score, the Wyoming Park Vikings 31, the Coopersville Broncos 30. We'll be right back after this message. We're WKTV, TV 50 for Wyoming and Kentwood, your public access sports channel.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the back seat now. Act like the kitchen never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you. Wow! Look at here. To stay alive even when I drive.
Well, Coach, what do we got for first half stats right there?
Well, the shooting by both clubs picked up considerably in that second quarter. Park shot 7 for 13 from two-point range, 54%. Overall, threes and twos are shooting 44% for the half. Coopersville, on the other hand, shooting 38%. Both teams scoring well from the three-point range. Park 4 for 12, Coopersville 3 for 7. Park did a better job in that second quarter of tightening up on those boards, pulled within 1. Now the rebounds read 15-14 in favor of Coopersville. Turnovers are starting to mount. Both teams totaled 9 in that first half. Free throw shooting, Park 5 for 11, Coopersville 8 for 10. So pretty even game in all the statistics and on the scoreboard.
You're right. 1 point lead for Park, 31-30. I had them for about a 5-point lead, and at one time I think I had Coopersville with a 3-point lead. So it's gone back and forth. Been a good ball game, well played, and just about what we expected here tonight.
Well, I don't think we'll see that scoring unless somebody has a tremendous run. Somebody falls flat for a minute or two. Don't look for much of a span in that score. 2-3 points is going to be probably typical for the second half also.
Well, the Broncos will control the ball the second half to begin with in the alternate possession. Referee Dan Powell on the far side signaling. And we got an awful lot of crowd noise we're picking up now, aren't we? Including the PA guy. I don't know. We must have a speaker right over our head or something here. And he'll inbound to Andy Brown. And Brown will bring it across the timeline. Set up to half court. Park in there man-to-man. Merriman. Mark May for 3. Brown with a rebound is on the baseline.
Well, Brown starting the second half with 3 fouls at the scoreboard's right, so he's going to have to be careful.
Park now will set up their half court, leading by 1. Goey out front. He'll drive, puts it up. No good. Hugawin with a rebound, no good. Second tip in, no good. Matt Mackey controls, looking for help. Gets it from Mark May. Well, almost a steal by Rickert. Couldn't quite get it batted away. Tied him up for a second. Good. Three-pointer. Mark May puts his team up by 2. 33-31. And now Goey will bring it across the timeline. Jonathan stops, feeds it off to Rickert. Rickert driving. Brunette struggling, gets a rebound, puts it up, he's fouled. While Brad Brunette doing a great job there.
Well, Rickert on 2 or 3 occasions now he's been able to bust that lane, been just a little bit unfortunate in these shots. He's gotten close to the basket, but hasn't been able to put the ball down on those drives. But a great offensive rebound and put back by Brunette that just rolled off the other side. So they had 2 good looks at that time.
Brad Brunette makes the first. Into the lineup, Evan Hare replaces Matt Mackey. Mackey out with his 3rd foul. So now Brunette at the line has a chance to pull his team even. He does. It's tied with under 7 minutes. 6:45 remaining 3rd period. Driving was Brown, controlled by Park. No. Rickert comes out with it. Rickert driving, no good. Loose ball. Back quickly the other way is Lillibridge. He'll pull up. Feed across the baseline. No good, batted away. Kimball has it. Puts it up, good.
That was almost a little unfair. Kimball had a 1-on-3. He had 3 green shirts backing up to the basket and still puts it down.
35-33, Park with the lead. Merriman will drive into the paint at the free throw line, looks off to the side, finds Lillibridge. Lillibridge up good, no good. Brunette on the weak side will take it.
I don't think I've seen anybody work any harder than Merriman has tonight in getting open. He's, like I said before, he's in perpetual motion.
He moves all the time. And there's a steal by Merriman, ties it up. Alternate possessions going to Park, and there you see exactly what we were talking about. Brown back in the lineup now. Or Bennick, rather, replacing Brown.
That's Bennick.
Bennick did a great job in that first half coming off the bench. Well, we talked about that a few times this year. Both these coaches have players that can start, but you can only put 5 on the floor.
That's for sure. That was a great individual move by Hoogie. You saw him go to his left and use a little left-hand push shot to get that basket down. So great athletic skill on the part of Hugawin.
Well, we got a 20-second timeout that's going to give me an opportunity to tell you a little bit about how these ball games are paid for. You know, we bring you a number of ball games every year, and through the regular season, we do not have to pay to bring them. But when it comes to tournament time, we have to pay for the privilege for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. If you would like to contribute and help out, send a check to WKTV, 862 47th Street Southwest, 49509. $5-10 would help out. It's, you know, we're in the hole for about $375, but maybe you can help us out, okay? We'd appreciate it. Rickert will bring it up. Kimbrough working the side. Park leading by 4, 37-33. All the way back to Kimbrough. Goey in the corner. Who go in? Turn around. Foul going on Evan Hare.
Well, the Park used a little skip pass game there. They threw 2 in a row across the court to try to get the shot up against that zone. Then went inside, a little inside-outside game with Hugawin, who turned around and got fouled.
Goey for 2. Puts his team up by 6. That's the biggest lead that I've seen on that board tonight. 39-33. Goey got a piece of that one and a piece of Lillibridge.
And that's going to be a 3-shot foul.
So Lillibridge will go to the line. He shoots 87% from the free throw line. a second. And he'll have a chance for a third as he was fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer.
And it was a long three, been well enough not to foul, and that ball didn't have much of a chance to go in.
He made all three, pulled his team within three, 39-36. Hugawin looking inside, it's not there. Kimbrough for Goey. Now they're working it inside. It's batted away that time by Evan Hare. Back the other way. Hare puts it up good. Pulls it.
A young man's got a lot of court savvy for only being a freshman, Coach.
39-38. Park with a 1-point lead, which is what they had at halftime. Goey back to Kimball. Kimball will take it. No. Brunette on the weak side with good position again, Coach, and he draws the foul.
Let's know not by accident he gets to the board as much as he did. He managed to pull down 68 on the regular season.
Here you see the run the other way.
Hare started that play at the other end by rebounding, kicking the ball up, and followed it up by scoring the basket at the other end. Just great hustle on Evan Hare's part.
It was a third-team foul on the part of the Broncos, so they're not in the 1-and-1. Hugawin again puts it up, shoots it across to Brunette across the baseline. Goey looking inside. Rickert driving, feeds it off to Hugawin. He draws the foul.
I think that's going on Bennick.
So that's the 14th foul. Was it lane violation? Third turnover.
Well, he traveled, went up, and they had no place to get the ball off on his shot, and brought it back to the floor, and they called him for travel. Coopersville uses a 2-3 zone on that inbound play, and Park tried to get the ball in the lane, but as soon as the ball was passed in, there was 2 or 3 guys around him. He didn't have much chance to get it up.
Lillibridge did a good job there of working off the pick. 40-39, Coopersville with a 1-point lead now.
And that's with Mackey and Brown on the bench, Coach.
Puts it up, good. Brad Brunette puts his team back up by 1, 41-40.
You can see the importance of the bench, especially at this point for Coopersville.
Under 3 minutes now, third period. Rickert with a steal. He controls it. Oh, Rickert felt he was hammered there, and he was double-teamed, and they were all over it. Fisher was right on top of it. Now Rickert will bring it into forecourt. Hugawin. Goey working. Not there, gives it to Hoogie. In the paint, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good. Hugawin is going to be called for that one.
Well, that was a tough turn of events for Tim Hugawin. He did an excellent job on that board. He ended up taking that first shot, coming down with 2 rebounds, missing both of them, but just working extremely hard to get the ball up. He looked like he got banged a couple times in there, but come away with a foul himself.
Adam Smith and Gene Dittenberg back in the lineup now for Park. Kimball with good defense. Brunette hawking out front, but in the lane, in and out. Adam Smith with the rebound. And Rob Smith getting ready to come in off the bench. Along with Strothide.
Well, the intensity is still there, Coach, but the pace is starting to take its toll on the legs. The quickness looks like it's about 1 step slower.
Kimbrough driving up, puts it up, no good. Doesn't draw the foul either. Lillibridge back the other way. Meerman drives the lane, can't control it. Dittenberg picks it up. Smith with a layup, good. Adam Smith doing a great job of body control.
And an excellent piece of officiating. The Coopersville player underneath the basket just a little bit too far. Even though Smith hit him good, he was in a no defensive position, allowed the basket.
1:20 remaining third period. It's 41-40. Park has it now.
Well, they haven't registered the basket yet.
He had a foul away from the ball, an elbow.
Well, they haven't scored the basket by Smith. There it comes up on the board. That was what all the hullabaloo was about.
Is that Bennick, the foul line? In the lineup now is Kevin Monfrey. Smith almost gets his pocket pick, gets it across the timeline, and here's the foul. Going to go on Kevin Monfrey. Dittenberg. Oh, in and out. Kept alive by Smith. Put up by Strothide. Battle for it. Out of bounds. Park.
Like I said, the intensity is still there. That was quite a sequence.
3-point lead for Park, 43-40.
It all started by an innocent little 12-footer by Dittenberg, and after he put the ball up on the board, all heck broke loose.
Rob Smith to Strothide. Adam Smith. Steele. Meerman out front. Has the layup. Puts it up. No, he missed it. Rob Smith with a rebound.
Well, he can do that 100 times, Coach, and he wouldn't miss another one.
Kept alive by Dittenberg. Put back is good. 10 seconds. Well, it was probably a foul. Was probably ill-advised. He wasn't going to get a very good shot right there.
Especially over the big wingspan of Dittenberg.
Take a look at it on the replay. Well, we just got the official paid attendance here. It's 3,550. So certainly the biggest crowd we've seen this season.
Well, if that's paid attendance, there must be another 400 or 500 in here who didn't pay.
Andy Brown. Smith. Strothide puts it up. No, won't go. And that's the buzzer, ending the third quarter. The Park, 45. Coopersville, 41. We'll be right back.
He's a dinosaur. They should rename this place Jurassic Park in his honor.
Dinosaur, huh? Did you know that Shunosaurus and Acalosaurus dinosaurs were capable of delivering crushing blows with their bony tail clubs?
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1-800-38-BE-SMART for a free booklet. And be a big league parent.
Even my third grader knows that.
Smart kid.
back here with 8 minutes remaining, Coach. About as exciting as it can get.
Well, that was a pretty good quarter, 14-11 scoring-wise in favor of Park, but the intensity, we said the speed of their steps slowed down a hair, but the intensity level looked like it picked up about 2 notches. Every loose ball, you got several bodies going for it, and the defense hasn't let up 1 iota.
And this court just might be a few feet longer than what they're used to playing on, too. Kevin Manthey, Andy Brown, Eric Lillibridge. Again, Lillibridge.
They're giving Merriman a little bit of break to start this quarter with. He's coming in now.
Kimball with a rebound.
Once he's back in, both teams will be back with their starting lineups and at full strength.
Cabrillo working against Manthey, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Matt Nockey. Gives off to Andy Brown. Lillibridge. We got a timeout. 20-second timeout for Coopersville, so we'll keep it right here. Remind you that we are an all-volunteer crew, so our statistician, Pete Salamone, Tim Bendorf, Ray Vandervelde, and Josh Braemar on the camera. Rick Canellis's on graphics, audio Rick Bush, directors Doug Hansen, Greg Lockwood's our producer, and Jeremy Bendorf's on the floor mic, so we're real happy to bring this to you. Exciting high school basketball.
I think Coach Rich Renseman took that timeout just to get his 2 subs in the ballgame. He wanted to get Merriman back in Mark May, and the clock wasn't about to stop, so he took a 20 and got him back in the ballgame.
45-41, Park with a 4-point lead. Good D on the part of Park. But a nice jumper on the baseline, weak side. Lillibridge.
A good job by Merriman to find him over there on the weak side. Just a great pass, get it to him.
2-point lead, 45-43. Good feed into Hugaway, and a good move. Nice feed by Kimball.
Well, when he gets good offensive position that low in the block, he's pretty unstoppable.
Brunette battling for it. He's touched it last. He was battling with Mark May.
Well, as tired as both these teams are getting, they look for them both to take it to a different level here in the 4th quarter.
Three-pointer, Mark May holds his team within 1, 47-46. Jonathan Goey, Hoogerhide. Goey back into Hoogerhide again. Feeds Brunette coming down the lane. That time, Hoogerwood fed it off.
Just a great feed. Just a great break by Brunette.
Lead is back to 3. And Tim, if I say Hoogerhide once in a while, please forgive me. I get that mixed up once in a while. Tim Hoogerwood.
Another nice basket by Lillibridge.
Pulls his team within 1. Joey has an open shot, but he missed it. Kept alive. Brunette. Yes, count it. Brad Brunette working those offensive boards again.
Well, it all started with Goey. Did a nice job of slicing in there. Did a nice job stepping around his man without getting an offensive foul. And the ball just slipped off, and there was Brunette on the weak side waiting for it. Did a nice job putting it back home, as you said.
From the side for 3. Good. Count it. Andy Brown. Shot 10 of those coming into tonight, and it's tied 51-51 with 4:40 remaining in the ballgame. And we got a full timeout called by Wyoming Park, so we'll take a break for a public service announcement. We're all tied up here at Grand Valley State University, 51-51. We're WKGB.
had a better child. He gave me all the love and all the joy a parent ever hopes to get from a child. I want people to remember my daughter's face. I want them to remember her name. How many more Elizabeths will be killed before this senseless slaughter stops? Why do we keep killing our children? There is no physical pain that compares to the pain of losing a child. Do whatever it takes.
Well, Coach, it's going to go right down the wire like this, I'm sure. It's just a matter of who's got the most stamina, I think.
Well, a great basket by Brown. They're tying the ball game up. Park got a little careless right down here in front of their own bench. Another travel call. They've probably had 5 or 6 of those tonight, and just a careless turnover. They got to concentrate and make sure they make every possession count. Both teams now.
4.5 minutes remaining in the contest. We're all tied up here at Grand Valley State University, Coopersville, and Wyoming Park. Meerman working baseline, puts it up good. Well, you see why he's averaged 20 points a game.
This is 2 of the better one-on-one players that we've seen this year in Kimball and Merriman. There's no doubt about that.
Kimball with hooker wide up high. Brunette picks off the loose ball. Rickert goes in the lane, puts it up. No. Mucky with a rebound. Coopersville brings it back. Good for 2. TJ Meerman. Now they're up by 4, 55-51. Kimbo on the left side. Gives to Goey. Goey to Brunette. Looking inside to Hugawin. Rickert driving. Kicks it out to Kimbo. Kimbo for 3. No. Brunette with a rebound again. Good feed inside to Hugawin. Jonathan Goey doing an excellent job of getting the ball to him. On the right
Hugawin did a great job, Coach, of pinning Mackey on his outside hip, and then Hugawin, or Goey, just found a nice lane to get the ball down to. A great feed, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Chim worked him real well to the outside, and then Goey hit him. There's a good jump shot. Matt Mackey puts his team back up by 4. Approaching 2:30 now in the ball game. Kimball driving, draws a crowd, not there. He'll put up for 3. No. Rebound Brown. Those shots are coming just a little bit short. The legs might be just a little weak.
And that big empty background making it that much tougher to shoot those.
Merriman out front, his team leading by 4, approaching the 2-minute mark now. They'll set up a half court to get a good shot. Timeout for Coopersville. A full timeout with 2 minutes to go. Coach Rich Grenzema wants a timeout, so we'll take a break for a public service announcement. WKTV TV 50. Coming to you from Grand Valley State University.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Now back here at Grand Valley State University.
Well, it's one of the biggest gyms we've been in this year, Coach. It's also one of the noisiest. It's very difficult to hear ourselves.
Well, over 3,600 people when you count everybody, 3,550 paid.
Well, a big defensive stop here by Park is really required if they're going to get back in this thing. You look for Coopersville to let the air out of the ball a little bit.
Now with 1:50 to go, Merriman driving, tried to feed it underneath, going with the interception. They're going to have to capitalize on each one of these now. Kimball driving, puts it up, but he's fouled. So he'll go to the line.
That's 4 on Brown with 1:38 to go, and he's one of their better ball handlers and penetrators. They're going to have to keep him out of foul trouble right down to the end here.
Brio. No, misses the first. Up high is Merriman for the rebound.
Park has shot themselves in the foot a little bit tonight with the free throw, coach. They're only 7 for 15 with those 2 misses.
Merriman working out front. Kimbrough fouls him. Well, I don't really think that's the guy they want to foul.
Well, you can bet he's going to have the ball in his hands as much as possible.
But we're not in the bonus yet. It's only the 3rd team foul for Park.
Look for Park to make a few of these just to get the into the bonus situation.
Brad Brunette this time, I believe. Or no.
Going on Rickard.
So they one more to give, or 2 more to give. 1 more.
They're going to want to give them quick so they can send them to the line if they have to.
Tom Vanderslake calling the play up front. Adam Brown doing a good job of getting away from everybody and bringing the ball up court. Now with 1 minute to go, Merriman. But the official won't call the foul. You got a problem. Brunette that time, Merriman right into Merriman.
Well, they've been trying to foul. Like you said, some of the ticky-tack ones they aren't going to call. Brunette made sure they're going to call that one.
And Park wants a timeout, a full timeout, trailing by 4, 57-53 with 58 seconds to go. So we'll take a break for public service announcement. We're WKTV, TV 50 for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
By 4 starting this quarter, and they trail by 4 right now.
Well, they got outscored in this quarter, 16 to 8, and Coopersville just came out on fire and didn't let up.
Mackey, the inbound pass. Andy Brown, double team. Loose ball picked off by Hugowen. Park will bring it back.
Big possession right here, big possession.
Kimball, driving. Looking out front to Goey. Goey will put up the 3. No. Kimball has it. He'll put up the 3. No. Foul. Going to send Mackey to the line with 29 seconds to go. And Coopersville leading by 4. They'll go to the line.
Well, they had 2 pretty good looks from the 3, one by Goey and one by Kimball, and both of them drew iron, but couldn't find the bottom of the net.
At the line is Mark May. 57% from the line, makes the first. Makes it a two-possession ball game. Was anyway, but he can make it 3 now. Need 2 3-pointers. Batted away by Bennett. He's been all over the floor tonight for Coopersville.
Well, they've been using that full court defense very effectively, and all of these kids can play defense, as we've seen tonight.
Kimball hurries it up. He knows we've got a lot of time for threes. Fouled. He'll shoot 3. Well, I'm sure that's what Coach Renzema didn't want.
Well, it'd been one thing if you were going to stop him from making the shot, but he had plenty of time to get the shot, and they fouled him after he got the ball in the air. So if you're going to foul him on that 3-point on the line, you might as well do it before he has a chance to put it down.
Made the first. Well, he hasn't had many more important than this this year. Rims the second one out. Gets 2 out of 3 to bring his team within 4, 59-55. But Meerman's got a break on the other end, won't take it. He's going to try and run the clock out. There's a foul by Brunette. Going to send Andy Brown to the line with 20 seconds on the clock. He'll shoot a 1-1.
Heads-up play by Merriman. Looked like he had a chance to take that ball to the hole. He might have taken it under pressure, but bringing the ball back out and using the clock as an ally.
Well, he had Mackey down there with him. He had a 2-on-1, but wisely took the time off the clock, and his man's going to go to the free throw line anyway. Well, Andy Brown makes it a 5-point lead with 15.8 seconds. Good. 61-55. Desperation time now as Goey puts it up. No good. Brunette has it stripped away. That's going to be it. 6 seconds. Coopersville's going to win it. 61-55. And we've seen one whale of a basketball game here tonight. But the season ends for the Wyoming Park Vikings. And we'll be right back with a wrap-up after this message on WKTV TV 50 from Wyoming.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Their whole lives are ahead of them, and Navy volunteers are beside them, tutoring, encouraging, and inspiring children in thousands of classrooms across the country. Because given the importance of education, shouldn't we pledge our allegiance to America's students?
For all.
Well, once again, the final score 61-55. A 6-point win, but certainly a much closer ball game than that. With us is Coach Rich Ritzema from Coopersville. Coach, your comment.
Oh, man. We're two teams that are exactly alike, and we thought it was going to be a great game, and it was. It wasn't decided till the final minute, and we're just thankful.
Well, got to have a little bit of sympathy for those blue shorts. You were there once before coaching in that situation, so you can sympathize a little bit with Coach Tom Vanderclay, and you've been down that road before too. But it's nice.
Yes,
and it's always nice when you can come out on top in a big game like this.
Oh, it sure is. And Tom played for me a while back now, and he was a great person then. He's a great person now, and to beat the Park is really an honor for us because they're a great ball club.
Well, like you said, you had two excellent teams going at each other tonight. The difference boiled right down to the free throws. Rich, I don't know if you've seen the stats. You were 16 for 19 in a ball game. That's pretty darn good shooting. Park only managed 9 for 18. It kind of hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, boy, how many games go down to the free throws over and over? And we've got some good free throw shooters, even though our percentage isn't as great as we'd like it this year. But we still got some good shooters when it's pressure time.
Well, you got some great athletes. Both these teams have some great athletes, but I was really impressed with the speed of Brown. Is it Andy?
Yeah.
Young Mr. Brown was all over that floor tonight. He got a little bit of foul trouble because of some of that aggressive play of his, but the good heads-up play of Merriman finding the open men and contributing to the scoring column.
Oh.
You had 4 guys in double figures. Just a great game.
Yeah, we never know who's going to step up. We really don't. We've had probably 8 different players step up and do something for us to win a ball game. So we just know somebody's going to, but we don't know who.
Coach, you move on now to the finals to Holland Christian. What do you know about them?
They shoot the ball well. Oh, my goodness. They can really drill it. We're going to have to contest their shooters. We just can't let them have wide-open shots.
Our comments have been all along that the winner of this regional should come out of this pretty strong for the quarterfinals.
Well, it's a pretty good regional, isn't it? I mean, there's 3 teams that have won 20 games, so yeah, I think so too. This is a tough one, but boy, it sure is an exciting one.
Well, once again, congratulations on a big win, and good luck in your next game with Holland Christian.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That was Rich Rinsema, the head coach for the Coopersville Broncos. We hope to have the head coach for the Wyoming Park Vikings out here, so why don't we take a break for a public service announcement, and then we'll be right back with Coach Tom Vanderclay of Wyoming Park High School.
My mind yet. What are you going to take?
Algebra.
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 If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Well, of course, I don't have to introduce the gentleman between us here, Tom Vanderclay. Tom, every basketball team in the state, unless they win the state championship, loses the last game of the year. That's not a good taste in the mouth for seniors, but it happens.
Yeah, it happens to, like you say, all but one in each class, and our seniors are heartbroken right now, obviously, because the season's over. But they're not disappointed with our effort. Everyone in the locker room, one of the first questions we asked is, did we play hard? And, of course, everyone agreed. We gave Coopersville everything we had. It would been a thing of working on decisions maybe down the stretch a little bit. It was one of those games where it looked like it was in hand, and Coopersville had to come back and take us, and they did, and then they got a couple critical stops there down the stretch. And to their credit, that's what happens when you're 20-1. You know how to win. And they came back, and of course, they're so well coached with Rich Rinsema, and their kids play so hard. It was really a mirror game, 2 teams that are pretty much identical.
We said the same thing. The 2 teams matched up pretty darn good as the game progressed. We've said it before, too. It's too bad somebody's got to lose, and just happened to be your turn tonight. And
sure.
I'm sure down the road that thing's going to turn around, and you'll be standing on the winning side. But it's nice to see Coach Rinsema move on. The old mentor, he said you played for him,
right.
and he had nothing but praise for you as a coach and as a player. And we want to extend our congratulations to your kids on a very, very fine season.
Yeah, we're very proud of them, all of them.
Well, Coach, years from now, your players can look back at a 20-4 season, OK White Championship, District Championship, and that's the positive part of it.
That's very, very positive. I tell you, these kids achieved more than anyone thought possible early on. We were picked basically 6th or 5th in the conference, and they just believed in themselves. You know, it's one of those things somebody asked, well, would you have bet on them, winning the league early in the year? And my point was, it doesn't matter what I would have thought, because the kids thought that they could, and they just continued to prove it and got better all year, and they put themselves in a position to play in front of 5,000 people tonight.
Congratulations again. We'll
Thanks.
see you the first week in December.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, Coach, your final comments.
Well, I just thought it was a great game. We talked about the intensity level increasing as the game went on, and that fourth quarter just proved it was just a matter of which team was going to take it to a different level, either in scoring or in defense. And as it turned out, Coopersville came out and got on top of the scoreboard, outscoring Park at one stretch 16-8 to get back in the game and get up on top, and then just kept their composure and their cool and hung on for a big victory.
Lyle, thanks for another great season. I really appreciated having you. You add so much to the telecast.
Well, it's fun, and I enjoy working with you and working with the whole crew, and good Lord willing, we'll give it a go another year.
About September, we'll be kicking it off in the football field.
That's not too far away.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for our season also here at WKTV. So for help of Lyle Berry and Pete Salamone and the whole crew, the whole volunteer crew here at WKTV, we're really proud of what we've done in this past year as far as the number of hours of telecasting that we've put on for high school athletics, and we're just proud of that. So until next September, when we'll kick it off, this is Ray Peeler saying good night, and be good sports, everybody.
Over 2 million acres of our wildlands